I'll leave. But you've got one day before I'm back here.
The crime drama has been one of the most watched TV genres in local television and continues to be such, hence the emergence of both films and series in said genre. But then some established themselves in the industry years back that even had their own spin-offs. One such show that managed to stay afloat in this genre is Blue Bloods, a police procedural crime drama that has been on air since 2010. It's currently on its 11th season, which just goes to show how much viewers and fans have been keeping up with it through the years. Hey everybody, what's up? And welcome back once again to our channel, where today we'll be talking about the series Blue Bloods, its Easter eggs and secrets only true fans noticed in the show. So if you're eager to know more, make sure you've already hit the like button and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on so you'll be updated on our newest releases. What is Blue Blood? Blue Bloods is a crime drama created by real-life husband and wife Robin Green and Mitchell Burgess, which revolves around the Reagans, a family which has a long history of work in law enforcement. The family is made up of Police Commissioner Frank Reagan, played by Tom Selleck, and has 4 children who also work under the law. His father also worked as a former NYPD beat cop who worked hard and rose in the ranks to become the police commissioner as well. His firstborn son, Danny, portrayed by Donnie Wahlberg, works as an NYPD detective. His second son, Joe, was murdered by a crooked cop in the line of duty in events that predate the series when he got involved in an FBI investigation concerning a group of NYPD cops called the Blue Templar. His third son, Jamie, portrayed by Willie Estes, works as the sergeant of the NYPD. Finally, we have his daughter Erin, portrayed by Bridget Moynihan, who works as the district attorney's assistant. Each member of the family represents a legal process or police work, such as Frank as the commissioner, Danny as the detective, Jamie as the beat cop, and Erin as the prosecutor. Every Sunday, the family members gather for dinner, and as People magazine dubbed it, the Sunday supper is the heart of each show. So without further ado, here are some interesting facts about the series. But just a heads up, what we're about to share with you contains some spoilers if you haven't watched Season 10 yet, so consider yourself warned. The events that took place in Season 10's finale. Let's talk about the previous season, Season 10, where something important was unveiled. Like other TV series, Blue Bloods also leaves the most surprising details for the finale, so it was also expected that something was bound to happen in the end. In the finale, titled Family Secrets, a new member of the family unexpectedly came forth in the form of Paula Hill's son. Paula, who's portrayed by Bonnie Somerville, approaches Frank requesting to transfer his son to a safer assignment since he works as a detective in firearms. She revealed later on that the father of her child is Joe Reagan, his murdered son. She narrates that she and Joe had a fling back when they were younger, but she kept the information to herself and named him after his father. Paula dropped out of the academy because she was pregnant. Joe didn't know, she says, because she wasn't interested in being in a relationship with him. But now her son is curious as to who his biological father is and is doing DNA testing to find out. Eventually, Frank meets Joe in his office where they talk about their line of work. And all the while, Frank marvels at a grandson he never knew about, and Joe is unaware of his biological ties with the person in front of him. After their meeting, he calls in Danny, Erin, and Jamie, as well as Sean and Henry, and tells them outright about a nephew they never knew. Joe fathered a son he never knew about. Sean vouched for it, saying that the results are accurate since the DNA testing conducted was the same as what they use for crime scenes. Frank relates to them how meeting him was familiar and decided to invite them to their weekly Sunday dinner. Although Paula's plans to have Joe be transferred to a safer environment failed, she still didn't want to contact Frank or any of the other Reagans, so she kept her distance. On the other hand, Danny and his partner Baez worked hard to prove the death of Erin's key witness was caused by the person he was testifying against, while Jamie and Eddie found a duffel outside the precinct with a baby inside. Eddie gets attached immediately to the baby and even names him, but later on they found an adoption ring inside the duffel bag, and Jamie tells her a way for them to keep the baby. Since Season 11 is still ongoing, it's difficult to say what'll happen and how the story will progress, so with that aside, we'll be sharing with you some things you probably didn't know about the cast members. Tom Selleck almost played Indiana Jones. As we all know, Indiana Jones is portrayed by Harrison Ford, but there was a time that Tom Selleck almost took the role for the Raiders of the Lost Ark movie. In 2017, the host of the show Build series shared how Tom Selleck was supposed to take on the role of the most famous treasure hunter Indiana Jones in the 1981 film Raiders of the Lost Ark. Rumors have it that he turned down the role, with the host saying, "Hollywood lore is that you passed on Indiana Jones for Magnum P.I." Selleck corrected the host, saying, "No, I'm not that stupid. After I did the pilot for Magnum, I tested for Indiana Jones and got the job. Steven Spielberg and George Lucas offered me the job. And I said, well, I've done this pilot. And they said, thanks for telling us. Most actors wouldn't do that. But we got cards to play with CBS. Turned out, CBS wouldn't let me do it. They held the offer out for about a month." Harrison Ford hates to hear this. "Harrison, this is your role and you're incredible in it. It's just an interesting story. I signed a deal for Magnum and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm proud that I lived up to my contract." The script is edited by a former NYPD detective. The creators behind Blue Bloods tried to make the series as accurate as possible, meaning that this editor makes sure that the events are as close to real-life experiences as possible. That's why they hired James Nuciforo, who's an experienced member of the local authorities. He reviews the script and shares the process in an interview with Country Living magazine, saying, "Let's say they get a 56-page script. I'll give them anywhere between 5 to 10 pages of notes on the script, just plugging in dialogue with more jargon." Will Estes, the actor who plays Jamie in the series, likes to play ball in between filming. CBS revealed on their website that the actor likes to keep moving in between scenes and plays basketball if there's a court nearby. Estes shared with Men's Journal that he tries to maintain his body and tries to keep a healthy regimen. He shared his workout routine in the interview. "I try to train based on the role. I play a Marine once, so all I did was running, push-ups, and boxing. I did anything that was combat-oriented. I would go shoot and box and just sort of get into the whole mindset. In general, I just like to run around and stay active. I did a little gymnastics when I was a kid, so I'll run around and find a bar and try to do as many pull-ups as I can. In terms of nutrition, I just try to eat clean." The actors playing Danny Reagan's sons are real-life brothers. In the series, the eldest of the siblings, Danny, has 2 sons named Sean and Jack, and in reality, the 2 are brothers. Jack is portrayed by Tony Terracciano, while Sean, the younger brother, is played by Andrew Terracciano. What's interesting is that their real-life age difference is the same as in the show. They started their career as child models before entering the acting industry. They snagged the roles back when they were still 8 years old and are still playing the roles now. Another interesting fact about the brothers is that Andrew has one half of a twin. He has a twin sister named Molly. Actor Donnie Wahlberg eats a lot during the dinner scenes. The Reagan family is notably known for their consistent Sunday rituals, the Reagan family dinner. So it's only natural that there's a lot of food on the table, but at times, actors feign eating for the sake of the scenes being filmed. Except for Donnie Wahlberg, because he's known to eat a lot on set. He's even known to keep on snacking in between sets, and shared in an interview with People magazine that he really eats a lot. Tom just pretends to eat, but I'm the only one who really eats. I literally ate 20 pounds of asparagus today. I try to only stick to vegetables, which leads to other problems. Fortunately, we wrapped a little early today, so the problems will be personal problems and won't be affecting everyone else at the table, joked Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg used to play in a band. And while we're still on the topic of Donnie Wahlberg, did you know that he used to play in a band, and we mean a boy band? Donnie Wahlberg is part of the early 1980s to the late 1990s boy band New Kids on the Block, which consists of Wahlberg himself, Jonathan and Jordan Knight, Joey McIntyre, and Danny Wood. After leaving the band, he pursued an acting career where he landed roles in films such as Zookeeper, The Sixth Sense, and the Saw franchise. And that about wraps up Easter eggs and secrets only true fans noticed about Blue Blood. Since season 11 is still airing, we'll just wait and see how the story will develop further. Until then, make sure you've already hit the like button on today's video, as well as subscribe to our channel, as well as with the notification bell on. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time on the channel.